So, you'll never fucking believe what Tim said.
I know you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you and I miss you.
Dude, I can't even fucking do it. I can't even fucking do it. We're talking about the fucking debate, bitches, and I gotta change something real quick, and I'm not wearing pants.
Who run Bartertown?
You know who.
You know him, you love him. He's...
Alright, man. Yet again, I recorded a couple of videos last night as it was going on. I will be just kind of randomly inserting them because it's fun. Dude, I didn't realize that wind energy would kill all the birds. But honestly, that fucking makes sense to me. You got these big fucking propellers going. Birds are fucking morons. They'll just fly right through the shit. Dude, I'd never even thought of that shit. But that actually makes some sense. Fuck! I don't like wind energy now. It kills all the birds. It's fun for me. Like, it was ultimately for me, when it comes down to it, like at the end of the, after having slept on it and worked a day and thought about it and so on and so forth, seen what everybody said about it and all that, I'll be totally honest with you. I'm extremely disappointed. Like, that performance yesterday by Donald Trump was fucking perfect. It was absolutely fucking perfect. He was respectful. He let Joe talk. The back and forth between them was great. It never got out of hand and nasty, really. At least from Trump's side. The moderator was good. Like, she asked fuck you questions to both of them, and it was great. Man. Joe Biden, I think, Jesus Christ, what the fuck do you even say about Joe Biden? He did the prove it fucking thing again with the goddamn just put it on your website. He said fucking, they're talking about fracking and Trump hits him with you're gonna get rid of fracking. Joe counters with a wild fucking swing of that's not true. Trump says you've said it on fucking tape, you nerds, with a hard left cross. And Joe Biden leans into it and says, post it to your fucking website.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies for either one of those. I guarantee we're going to end fossil fuel. No more, no new fracking.
And I'd gradually move away from fracking.
And I think it's critically important on day one that we end any fossil fuel leases on public lands.
Well, like, what about, say, stopping fracking and stopping pipeline infrastructure?
They want to do the same thing I want to do. They want to phase out fossil fuels, and we're going to phase out fossil fuels.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
And Trump's like, okay. And I think he posted like 3 videos. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, honestly, I'm sitting there like, you guys don't want to win. Like, you don't want to win. You just want to shit on Trump and see if that'll work. Dude, Like, he's not even trying. Has he announced a lid on his fucking campaign yet? Until the fucking goddamn election? Like... oh my god. He doesn't even care. He just doesn't fucking care. I guess at one point he checked his watch. I didn't notice it myself, but people were calling him out saying, dude, at one point he was checking his watch. And then they're fucking referring back to George Bush. And I'm like, they're saying that shit'll lose you an election. And I'm like, is that why Bush lost his second term? Because he checked his fucking watch. Wow. Like, oh my god. That's crazy to me. But I mean, if Joe's fucking like, ugh. Really? You're debating to oust Satan himself. Right? Like, this is what they think. He's debating the Antichrist to overthrow him. And he's like, ugh, when do I have to go home? Take my Metamucil and get my feet rubbed by some 6-year-old and then fucking fuck them and then go to bed. Like, when do I get to do that? Are we almost done? I've got little kids to touch. Like, dude. Alright. Fucking. First of all, I'm loving this. This is what I fucking wanted the first time. If you'd have done this shit the first time, ah. Secondly, poor boys. They're not the poor boys, Joe. They're the Proud Boys. God damn it. Third. Oh my god. And this was such a fucking tense moment. Trump goes, why didn't you get it done, Joe? You had 8 years. Why didn't you get it done? And Joe Biden goes, we had a Republican Senate. And just fucking lets it hang there. And Trump just lets it hang there. And the moderator just lets it hang there. And I'm sitting there going, oh no. The next thing out of his mouth better be fucking amazing. Or this is it. This could be a fucking huge blow. And he goes, you gotta talk him into it, Joe. That's how I got crime done. That's how I got crime reform done. I talked him into it, Joe. And I was fucking howling. Joe Biden's performance was fucking abysmal. At one point, he said he's going to try and get rid of the oil industry. Trump laughed at him, and then the moderator said, why would you do that? Like, I'm telling, like, listen to it. Just listen to it. And think of the vocal pattern that you're hearing her say. Why would you do that? It goes up and down and down. Right? What else? When somebody says to you, why would you do that? Like that. Is it ever an honest question? It's kind of an accusation. They're either accusing you of being a fucking idiot or accusing you of being a dangerous fucking idiot. Like, really, why would you do that? That dude. Oh my god. And he's telling stories of what it was like for him to grow up in not Scranton, Delaware, which is just hysterical. Where did you grow up, Joe? And he's talking about how he lived in a fucking oil town that was right in the middle of an oil refinery, and there was fucking, you go out and turn on the windshield wipers and smear oil on the car, and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, Joe, you're 300 years old. Of course it was that bad back then. Is it fucking seriously still that bad? If it's still that bad, that sucks. Like, something needs to be done about that then. And Donald Trump's answer to it was, we're going to make them a lot of money. And I'm like, what, so they can move? Like, so that kind of was a flub in both ways. It was an irrelevant fucking point that I don't actually know how relevant it is to current day, because he's talking about 70 years ago or whatever. And then Donald Trump says, well, we're going to make them a lot of fucking money. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, I can't really tell who's winning there. You know what I mean? I don't live in one of those towns. I don't know what it's like there. So I don't know if Donald Trump's saying, well, we're going to make you a lot of money, and they're sitting around going, fuck, it's a lot cleaner around here nowadays, Joe. It's the modern fucking age. And they're going, fucking sweet, good, more money, yes. That's what I want, more money. I mean, everybody kind of wants that, but I don't know if those people are still going out to their car and turning on the windshield wipers and it's going to, like, I don't know. So I guess we're just going to have to find out when they vote. I don't know. But and Trump was really good, man. He's quick. And I oftentimes don't know exactly how quick he is. Like, a lot of times, like, there's a difference between lucky and good. And that difference is sometimes paper fucking thin. You know what I mean? As an odd random example, I used to do a lot of role-playing games. EverQuest was a game that I played on the PC like fucking mad. And I loved that game. I loved the world. Then they started putting out paper and dice tabletop RPG books for it. And I believe I own every one that they published. Because they only did so many because nobody fucking played it. I know why. The one problem with role-playing games is dice. Everybody that plays tabletop role-playing games, shit, I still probably have 1 million fucking dice somewhere. Right? In my dice bag, my Crown Royal dice bag. Fucking, everybody has 1 million dice. But nobody wants to roll and count and fuck around with multiplication with a computer. Or with a computer, with your phone or your calculator or whatever. Nobody wants to fuck with that shit while they're doing a fucking tabletop game. They want to roll one dice and go, what happened? That's what I got, what happened? Right? When D&D worked it counted down to that, it got a lot more fun. You know what I mean? Like role-playing games like Shadowrun, where you gotta roll 26-sided dice for shit, and you gotta count that shit, man. It gets obnoxious, and we start to fucking rework it to where you can do it with just a 20-sided die, and that's it. Like, dude. So, the spells were stupid. You'd roll like 20 fucking dice and then have to multiply that shit. Like, so I know why people didn't like it, but I loved it. And I'm running this game, and I had, like, the biggest problem for me with playing role-playing games is I don't have a good group. Every group I've played in, there's like 3 decent people that I like to roleplay with. Everybody else can go fuck themselves. Right? So, I'm running this game. I selected myself a really good group of players and my roommate. My roommate was a giant fucking piece of shit. And one of the other people that was there was also a giant fucking piece of shit. And they almost, I think purposefully, just fucked my game. Just in the ass. And because they had made it so, like, unwinnable at a point. Like, they're all level 1. And every time I got them into an encounter that was a key encounter, and all they needed to do was not be stupid, they would decide to be stupid. So, because they're stupid, they fucked the game completely. And so I had to end it. I was like, I'm just going to end it. And I just worked up a quick one-session storyline that would just finish it all out. And it was honestly, I felt it was luck that I was able to actually make shit work and connect together. But some people will go, well, that's good storytelling. You know, you wove the story into each other, and I'm like, felt like luck to me when I was doing it, so I don't know. You know what I mean? There's a really fine line between being lucky and being good. And I think Donald Trump was fucking riding that piece of paper, man. There's one point, Joe fucking said it again. Joe, you fucking moron. You have multiple times said on tape, you're gonna ban fracking. You fucking idiot. What is wrong with you? You told him to put it on his website. He's gonna put it on his website, you dumb fuck. What do you say then? Oh, well, he's gonna be in a lid till the election, so fuck it. Where they're bitching about fixing things for black people, right? So of course they're only talking about criminals at this point. So they bring up the crime bill, which incarcerated a lot of poor black people, and he brings up all the racist that Donald Trump is and all this, that, and how he just poured gasoline on everybody and shit. And fucking Trump starts going, you know, Joe starts saying what he's going to do. And Trump goes, that's all you ever do, Joe. You talk about what you want to do, and then you don't do nothing. You've done nothing for 48 years. What are you going to do, Joe? Like, Donald Trump is like trying to help me. What are you going to do? I'm helping you, shithead. What are you going to do? And Joe Biden goes, I'm gonna get it done, sir. Don't you worry, I'm gonna get it done. And Trump goes, ah, you politicians are the same. You never do anything. And he goes, why couldn't you get anything done, Joe? And Joe turns to the moderator and says, Republican Senate. And he kind of leans on the fucking podium too. Republican Senate. And Joe doesn't say anything. He's staring at the moderator. Trump is fucking staring at him like, I'm staring at all of them like, did my internet go out? What the fuck is happening here? And I'm just like, if Donald Trump doesn't fucking knock him out, this pregnant fucking silence is going to abort in the middle of the room. And it is not going to be fucking pretty. Because I'm sitting there thinking of all the morons out there that are going to be like, oh, see. And I'm just like, you have to do something. Because you know how moments stretch into infinity. And I swear it looked to me like Joe Biden turned to Trump and Trump goes, you gotta convince him, Joe. Why couldn't you convince him, Joe? I did it with crime reform. I convinced the Democrats to give me crime reform. What? You gotta convince him, Joe. That's how you get things done. And I'm fucking howling. Arms up, screaming. Dude. Now, was he lucky to think of that fucking killing response just in time to not look a fucking idiot and have the moderator go, okay, well, moving on, right? Like, because that's the moment. At that point, we're all waiting for the moderator to cut this opportunity loose and go, we have to move on. And it wouldn't even be a shitty thing. She sat there long enough, obviously, but nevertheless, I mean, a split fucking second more and she was gonna move on, and that would have been it. Anybody says anything except for Donald Trump, and that situation is fucked. Or was Trump waiting? Is he that good that he knew that this was huge? And he was waiting for Joe just to turn and look at him so he could fucking knock that motherfucker out. There have been so goddamn many things that have happened in Donald Trump's presidency over the last 4 years where I'm sitting here just stymied going, I cannot tell if this man is that good or just fucking lucky. I don't know. Because again, paper fucking thin line there. Oh, but it was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. Like, the way I described it to the HR lady at work today was Joe Biden kind of like fell on him. And Donald Trump's, you know, trying to push him off, and they're doing that wrestling shit. And Joe fucking kind of pushed him back and hit him real hard in the gut and then crumpled on him again, right? And Trump's reeling, and he's trying to push him off, and the referee is about ready to step in and break him up, and right before the ref gets there, Trump pushes his fucking head back and uppercuts him through the fucking ring ropes. The ref gets there just in time to hold Trump back from fucking killing him. Like, that's the way I described it, if you want to look at it in boxer terms, which people love to do with debates. That's what happened. Joe crumpled on him because he's an old, tired fucking man and can't hang. And he's, at this point, just worn the fuck out. Donald Trump's trying to just push him off. He cheap shots him! And then crumples on him again. Cheap shots him with a stupid fucking point. And then crumples on him again. And then Trump is, bitch, and just, dude. Fucking beautiful. As far as I'm concerned, there are no other moments in that debate. You show that shit, anybody, and they're gonna go, who the fuck is that guy? Dude. Oh, it's great. It was so fucking awesome. Like, it was such a great debate. And after thinking of it for almost 24 hours, I'm just fucking depressed. Because there's no reason he couldn't have done that twice. And we would have had a third debate when we would have had a second debate. And he could have done it to him 3 fucking times in a row. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Like, because that's the thing, isn't it? Nobody's going to remember it. In another year, nobody's going to remember the first, well, yeah, everybody's going to remember that first fucking debate. That was just a fucking shit show. Fuck me. What are you going to do? There's no way to fucking, you can only put so much lipstick on that fucking pig. What do you want from me? I don't know. But this, man, this was the shit. I'm blown away. I'm amazed at the job Donald Trump did. I'm sad that he couldn't have done that more times, but fuck, man, he totally redeemed himself as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. If he doesn't win after that debate performance, I'm going to blame it on the first debate performance. But as we all know, I've predicted for months now he's going to win. Duh. Dude, this has been a fucking great night. Fucking Joe Biden said just now, well, I mean, just now, he said, not that, but he did say that he's going to get rid of the oil industry. And the moderator looked at him and said, why would you do that? And it came out less like a question and more like an accusation, and I was fucking